Hi guys, how you all doing? Today we're going to make a very easy one. It's a follow-up from making our dal the other day. We're going to make a chicken dhansak. So simple, but we're going to make it in the style of a BIR. Now guys, I do actually make my chicken dhansak with one alteration to actually cooking in a BIR. Now I'll explain it as we go along, but I use tamarind instead of Worcester sauce or lemon juice. I prefer tamarind in my curries simply because it is natural. Obviously a lemon's natural, but it's natural and has a fruitier taste, and I like the sourness from a tamarind in my curries. Now we'll quickly go through the ingredients, what we've got going on, because it's very simple and easy to make. Okay, we'll have a pan and some oil obviously. We've got garlic ginger paste, methi leaves, dried methi. Okay, we've got a good tablespoon of mixed powder, a teaspoon of chili powder. We've got tomato puree, a good tablespoon mixed up with a little bit of water. We've got about half a tablespoon of sugar. I have tamarind juice, like I say, and I'll probably put a splash of Worcester sauce in just to show you where it goes in. We've got pineapple, we've got our dal, we've got pre-cooked chicken, and we have our base gravy. So it's very simple, so let's crack on and show you how to make a chicken dhansak BIR style at home. Let's do this. Okay guys, first job then, what we're going to do is go in with a little bit of oil, as always. We nearly forgot we have no salt. Okay, and then we need to turn on the heat. So get the flame on. Now, we want to warm up the pan, but we do not want to be going bananas. Okay, don't forget we're cooking at home in the style of a BIR, but we are not in a BIR. And I keep emphasizing this with cooking. You do not have to cook at high heat. Okay? Do not have to cook at high heat. Everybody tells you you do, but you do not. Okay, so once we've got some heat going through that pan, let's just go in with some garlic and ginger. Nice and steady. See, it's already too hot at the bottom of this pan. Okay, you don't need it to be too hot. Nice and steady guys. Let's not burn this. Okay, and then we want to go in with a good pinch of methi leaves. We get the methi leaves in now. Give it a stir around. Cook out the rawness of the methi in there with the garlic and ginger. And then we want to go in with our tablespoon of mixed powder, our teaspoon of curry powder, and you can see that this is already starting to catch on here. Okay, we need to just put a little splash of base gravy in there. Okay, not too much, just to loosen it up. There you go, it's already loosened up off the bottom of the pan. But we just need to cook this now for a little minute, you know. We need to cook the rawness out of that chili and that mixed spice. So just let that cook nice and gently. Just for a minute or so. We just need to cook out that little bit of rawness from our spices. And then what we need to do, we need a good pinch of salt in there. Like I say guys, this is a very, very easy curry to make. So cook out our spices nice and gently. We don't need to go bananas. As you can see, it's sizzling away in the bottom of the pan. and it's not burning. It's not burning, guys. Okay? It's catching a little bit on the bottom of the pan, but it is not burning. So our spices are cooking out perfectly. They're cooking out perfectly. And then what we want to do then, we want to go in with a good heaped tablespoon of tomato puree or tomato paste. So it's tomato puree mixed with water on a 1-to-1. Just cook that in there, because don't forget, you know, the tomato paste actually carries the sourness of the tomatoes. So it's nice and steady. Look, we can see it sizzling away. It's cooking beautifully in there without having to be cooked on a high flame. So that is cooking absolutely wonderfully. You can see the sizzle, and the aroma that's coming off is absolutely fantastic. Full of aromatic spices. It smells wonderful. And then what we want to be doing, we want to be adding our ½ tablespoon of sugar. Okay, because the Dhansak is a little bit sweet. Okay, so get that in there, and then the sugar will actually melt down and caramelize in the pan in the spices. So it's all very easy, really, guys. In fact, it's simple actually. It's a simple curry to make, you know, and full of flavor. Right, now this is the stage now where you would go in with lemon dressing. If you were in a BIR, you would be squirting in your lemon dressing, okay? Now, I'm not using lemon dressing, excuse me, like I say, I'm using tamarind, okay? So I've got some tamarind, and I'm just going to put a couple of tablespoons of that in there because I've watered it down. It's fresh tamarind. Now, BIRs also use Worcester sauce, okay? So they would put a splash of Worcester sauce in. I'm not going to use Worcester sauce as such, even though we just put a splash in to show you. Okay? I prefer the natural taste of tamarind. So we just cook that in there for a second. Let it take out some of that sourness. We want to be doing, we want to be going in with a little bit more base gravy because we're building up these flavors. So in with the base gravy, nice and gently, stir it round, get it fully incorporated in there with our spices and our tamarind. And we're already getting a wonderful looking curry. Absolutely amazing looking. So nice and steady, look, it's bubbling away, it's cooking wonderfully without being on a super duper high flame. Bubble, 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 easy. Bubble, 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 no trouble. Just look at that. Absolutely wonderful. We actually forgot some coriander on our ingredients because coriander needs to be in a Dhansak. So what we need to do, we need to take some coriander leaves. There's some coriander leaves, and give it a chopping through, nice and gently. Well, you know, everybody forgets the ingredients when they're doing this filming malarkey. So there we are, there's our chopped coriander to go in our curry. Okay, so what we've got to do now, guys, we've got to add our pre-cooked chicken. So in we go with our pre-cooked chicken. Get that fully incorporated in there. So we got that wonderful, wonderful curry coming on there already, look. Now that is absolutely marvellous. So what we want to be doing now, a little bit more base gravy. Okay, we get a base gravy in there, give it a little gentle stir in. Let's have it incorporated in there. And again, this is not, you can see it's bubbling like crazy and it is on a low flame. Now that is looking absolutely superb. Now, like we say, you know, with the ingredient we nearly forgot, coriander. A Dhansak carries quite a lot of coriander, okay? So chop up your coriander. And I like to put my coriander in now. You know, the reason for putting it in now, it cooks in there, it gets that flavour in there already. You know, I don't like to throw coriander in at the end. We're making a curry, so let's get it in there and get that flavour infused out of that coriander into our curry. Then look, we want to be a little bit more base gravy. Okay. And as you noticed, I've not put the dal in yet. Okay, now this dal is cold actually, it's come out of the fridge, but what I like to do is cook out the flavours and everything in the curry, then put the dal in, and then the dal doesn't overcook and go to mush. I hate overcooked dal. I don't see the point in putting dal in a curry if you're just going to cook it until there's nothing there in your base gravy. Get the dal in so there's some texture in there. So as you can see, guys, this is bubbling away. It's bubbling like crazy and it's on a low flame. Keep seeing it, it's on a low flame. Right, so we want to be adding our dal, okay? Now I'm going to add quite a lot of dal. I'm going to add at least 2 chef spoons of dal to my curry. Okay, so there's our pre-cooked dal, guys, that we cooked the other day. So we just get that in there, nice and gently, warm it through, stir it in. And then we've got this lovely thick dal coming on in our curry. Just look at that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now we want to be adding our pineapple now, guys, okay? And if you've got some juice, whoa, get that in as well. Obviously don't fill it up with juice, but you know, you got a little bit of juice in there. Fantastic. So there we are, guys, just look at that. Now that looks absolutely amazing. That really does look amazing. So just let it come up, warm it back through again. Now if you want to add any more base, if you want to add any more base gravy, guys, you know, if you think this is too thick, you know, don't be frightened of adding a bit more base gravy. You know, let's put some in. Okay, let's get some in there. Don't worry about it. warm it up, cook it through. As you can see, I haven't cooked this on no high flame, and this is cooking absolutely beautifully. Whoa, just look at that. Now that is a fantastic looking Dhansak, but what does it taste like? Oh, oh, incredible. Now that is fantastic. That is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Guys, you know this carries that slight sourness through there. It's a little bit spicy from the chili, very warming, very aromatic. You can taste all that through there, you know. And as you can see, you've got a good consistency with the dal. Actually, that's quite fiery actually for the chili powder that we put in. Really delicious. So there we are, guys. How easy is that? Oh, absolutely amazing. Oh man, that is amazing. Look at the dal in there. Pineapple and chicken. You've got the coriander going through there. That is one fantastic chicken Dhansak. So that's it, guys. So simple. All we need to do now is turn off the heat and serve it up. Oh, right, guys. All we need to do now is serve this up. So, in with some dal in the bottom of our pan. I mean, guys, just look at that. Right, there we go, guys. Just look at that. Now for my favorite bit, the taste test. Oh man, oh, that is amazing. Oh wow, guys, unbelievable. Now if you like what we're doing, don't forget to like and subscribe, share with your friends, hit the notification bell, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you next time. Mmm.